Oh yeah, we are here, guys. You have arrived. I have arrived to the ending of the album Queen. We are finally here at Night at the Opera, and we are going to listen to what is more than likely their most popular song, or at least one of them among many, Bohemian Rhapsody. I've heard it already, you've heard it already, but for the sake of album completion, we gotta hear it one more time. Just one more run around the bend, and then we will let it lead into the final track of the album, God Save the Queen. So yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody, like I said, I'm sure you probably know this one. Once again, this is not going to be a first listen. This will be a song review, just to put that out there in front. But that's it. It's time. It's time to finish out the album. I hope that you guys have enjoyed your night at the opera. Don't forget, take all your belongings before you leave. Check your seat, check your partner's seat, and then skedaddle. Let's go ahead and listen to the song. I'll try not to sing. I'll try not to air drum. I cannot promise anything. I'll try not to headbang. Here we go.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
I don't even need lyrics for this one.
Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, 'cause I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low.
Panning.
Any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me. To me. Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, but now I've gone and thrown it all away. Mama, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, as if nothing really matters. Too late, my time has come. Sent shivers down my spine. Body's
Love that little
aching all
shiver.
the time.
Like harpsichord, maybe?
Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth.
Growl.
Mama, ways the wind blow. I don't wanna die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all.
That first anthemic solo. Sorry.
I
can't help but act it out.
silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, Figaro. Magnifico! I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family, sparing his life from this monstrosity. Easy come, easy go, will you let me go? Bismillah, no, we will not let you go. Let him go! Bismillah, we will not let you go. Let him go! Bismillah, we will not let you go. Let me go! We will not let you go. Let me go! We will never let me go. mia, mamma mia. Mamma mia, let me go.
You already know. You already know. Don't headbang, I dare you. Love that bass fill.
Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me.
Love that old-timey piano too. We're gonna let it lead directly into the ending here. God Save the Queen. Makes me want to take my hat off. A nice guitar anthem at the end to sweep it all away. That was nice. We got to talk about Bohemian Rhapsody. Okay, so I actually don't want to spend like a ton of time talking about it in this sense. Once again, I've already heard the song. It's incredible. It's iconic. It's beyond iconic. You guys have already heard the song too. All right, this is what I'm kind of curious about though. When this track was released, that's what I'm wondering about. What was the reception to audiences? I'm sure, I have to look at it, I'm going to look at the Wikipedia article, but I'm sure it had to have had airplay. I'm pretty sure it regained at least somewhat modern popularity because of that one movie that I can't remember, but you guys know what I'm talking about. But like, I just want to know, what was the reception of this track? Were people just like dumbfounded, like, what? What is this? Because it's basically a 6-minute little prog opera suite thing going on. So it's not like this type of music wasn't being made before. But for what I imagine is a band with somewhat mainstream success as Queen at the time, I would have to imagine that this was a shock in some ways to audiences checking them out either for the first time or returning fans listening to this track. I just want to know, like, what was the response to this one? Because once again, coming back to its icon status, every single piece, every single note of this track is memorable, is notable. I know every moment, you know every moment. Like, what kind of song that's like this has that kind of staying power, that has this kind of complicated multi-face suite, staying power, and everyone knows every single piece of it. I think that that's incredible. You got to admit, that's pretty incredible to me. From the opening, somberness of everything, to the sad lyrics, to it getting very fun and dramatic, perhaps, and of course the big drop in the riff. I mean, and then the return, right? Like everything in here is just you know it by heart. So I'm just kind of curious. I might go back to the lyrics, but I want to really look at the Wikipedia page for this one because I'm sure it's going to have a lot of information that I don't know. And maybe some that you don't know, some facts or such. So I do see here immediately, it's one of the few prog rock songs of the 70s to achieve widespread acclaim. Yeah. This is probably like, when I'm thinking of big prog songs that made mainstream success, I think of this. I think of Rush with like Tom Sawyer and Limelight. I guess you could say like Genesis with certain songs, right? Yes, Roundabout. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, there are a few, and they become like parts of the rock monument. Okay, so it says, although critical reception was initially mixed, retrospective reviews have obviously acclaimed it as one of the band's best songs ever. It topped the UK singles chart for 9 weeks, plus another 5 weeks following Mercury's death in 91, and remains the UK's third best-selling single of all time. Let's look at some of the history on this thing, though. It says Mercury first started developing this in the late 1960s. He used to play parts of songs he was writing at the time on piano, and one of his pieces, simply known as the Cowboy Song, contained lyrics that ended up in the completed version produced later, specifically the Mama Just Killed a Man part. It says, he played the opening on the piano and then stopped, and he said, and this is where the opera section comes in. Then we went out to eat dinner. I like how he just, here's a snippet, and then here's where the big moment comes in, and then let's go out. Like, we'll return to this later. We'll come back to the blueprint of it. There's a ton of information on this particular track. May, Mercury, and Taylor reportedly sang their vocal parts continually for 10 to 12 hours a day. The entire piece took 3 weeks to record. Some sections contain as many as 180 overdubs. Since the studios only offered 24-track tape, it was necessary for the three to overdub themselves many times and to bounce these down in successive submixes. That's a lot. That's a lot. It says the end of the song was much heavier because it was one of the first mixes to be done with automation. If you really listen to it, the ballad starts off clean, and as the opera section gets louder and louder, the vocals get more distorted. You can still hear this on CD. They are clearly distorted. That is really, really awesome. It says that in an early handwritten draft from an auction of items that belonged to Mercury, revealed that Mercury originally considered the song to be titled Mongolian Rhapsody. It was explained that he wrote the title along with the lyrics in 1974 on a page of stationery, but crossed the word out Mongolian in place of Bohemian. There's a lot going on here information-wise, but that's just a little bit of a taste of it. When it comes to the lyrics and the story here, because like I said, I'm not going to go through the lyrics. We all already know this song, but I think of it kind of like as a not deal with the devil kind of situation, but I feel something like that. I mean, right? Ma just killed a man. Is this real life? Is this not? Kind of like Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, but not quite. But I do feel like it's a fantastical journey for someone dealing with grief, dealing with this murder, dealing with this traumatic event that's happened to them, and this fantasy that they go on is kind of their way of going through it, of working through that grief, I guess you could say, and working through the trauma of it all. But that's what I've always thought of it. Like, that's just where my mind's always gone. But it could also not be. It could also be something completely different as well. Either way, it's an epic piece of music. Obviously, it's a hallmark in music history in general. And yeah. And even though the song, I guess you could say, is overplayed, do you guys think that this is one of those songs that's overplayed that loses its appeal after a while? Like, you're probably never going to, if you've over-listened to it, right? You may not ever actively seek it out and listen to it, but when it comes on, are you turning it off? Can you turn off Bohemian Rhapsody? Anyways, Thank you guys so much for listening to not only the music with me, but of course just listening to the album, being here on the channel with me. If it's your first time, don't make it your last. And if it's your last time, I appreciate you stopping by and spending a little time with me. Otherwise, please enjoy the rest of your day. Follow me in a bunch of places that are here on the screen. Support the channel if you're interested and you'd like to support what I do for as little as $2 a month. And otherwise, that's the video, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all later. Bye.